The heart-stopping moment that changed everything. What if the secret to dancing at your granddaughter's wedding, chasing your grandkids, or climbing stairs without pain was hiding in a single, still moment? I'm Dr. Thomas, a physician with 30 years of experience in medicine, psychology, and human health, and I'm here to share a story that will grab you by the heart and not let go. Welcome to Living Fully After 50, our YouTube community where we fight to keep vitality alive. Check us out at https://www.youtube.com/@livingfullyafter50official. Drop your name and city in the comments. I want to know who's with me on this journey. Picture this, a 68-year-old grandmother, Ellen Harper, standing frozen in her Portland, Oregon living room, clutching a cane, tears streaming down her face. She'd just fallen trying to reach her granddaughter's toy on the floor. "Dr. Thomas," she sobbed when I saw her next, "I'm terrified I'll never be me again." That moment wasn't just a fall, it was the sound of her dreams cracking, dancing with her husband on their 50th anniversary, traveling to Paris, feeling strong enough to live without fear. If you're over 50, you know that fear, the ache in your knees, the twinge in your back, the quiet dread that your body is giving up on you. Ellen's story, and the 6 isometric exercises that brought her back from the edge, will show you how to fight that fear. But there's a twist, a moment so shocking it nearly broke her. Stick with me, because this story, packed with science, heart, and surprises, will change how you see your future. Ellen's breaking point, the pain of fading away. Ellen was no stranger to life's joys. A retired schoolteacher, she'd spent decades shaping young minds and chasing her grandkids through Portland's rose gardens. Her laugh could light up a room, and her dream was to dance with her husband, Tom, at their 50th anniversary, just 3 years away. But by the time she limped into my clinic, that Ellen was gone. Chronic back pain from years of grading papers, weak knees from carrying kids, and a hunched posture had stolen her spark. "Dr. Thomas," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, "I feel like I'm disappearing. I'm scared I'll be a burden to my family." Her words hit me like a punch. I've heard that fear from countless patients over my 30 years, the Calcott, the desperate yearning, to feel strong, to move freely, to live without pain. Ellen didn't want pills or surgeries. She wanted her life back. That's when I introduced her to 6 isometric exercises, static holds that require no movement, no gym, just a few seconds of effort. These exercises, rooted in science and proven by patients like Ellen, are simple but powerful. They are designed for anyone over 50, gentle on joints, and doable in your living room. But Ellen's journey wasn't easy. A heart-stopping moment tested her resolve, and what happened next will leave you speechless. Let's dive into each exercise, Ellen's transformation, and the stories of others who found hope, with twists to keep you glued to every word. Exercise 1. Hollow body hold, the shield against pain. Let's start with the hollow body hold, a move I call the shield against pain. It's the secret of Olympic gymnasts with abs like granite, But don't let that scare you, it's for everyone. This exercise targets your entire anterior chain, abdomen, hip flexors, rectus femoris, and scapular stabilizers, building a core that protects your spine like armor. How to do it? Lie flat on your back, arms stretched overhead, legs straight and together. Lift your arms, shoulders, head, and legs a few inches off the floor, pressing your lower back into the ground like you're trying to melt it with the earth. Feel that burn in your abs? That's your core waking up. Hold for 20 seconds if you're new, aiming for 45 seconds as you get stronger. Do 3 sets, resting 1 to 2 minutes between. If it's tough, start with 10 seconds. Why it works? The hollow body hold isn't just about abs, it's about stability. It teaches your body to stay strong during any movement, walking, bending, even sitting. Studies in the Journal of Sports Science show isometrics can boost core strength by 20% in 8 weeks, reducing back pain by activating deep stabilizers neglected by our chair-bound lives. For Ellen, this was her lifeline. After 2 weeks, her back pain, a constant companion for years, started to fade. By week 5, she could stand without her cane for 10 minutes. "Dr. Thomas," she said, grinning, "I feel like I'm rebuilding myself." A patient's spark, Maria's kitchen comeback. Maria, a 65-year-old baker from Chicago, came to me with sciatica so bad she couldn't stand long enough to bake her famous pies. I prescribed the hollow body hold, and one day, she burst into my office with a pie in hand. The twist? She'd started doing the exercise while waiting for her dough to rise, turning a daily chore into a strength-building ritual. "Dr. Thomas, I baked for my whole family yesterday," she said, eyes shining. Her pain was gone, and her kitchen was alive again. As Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Maria dared, and so did Ellen. My insight. In my 30 years, I've learned that pain often comes from imbalanced weak core muscles force your spine to do too much. The hollow body hold is a reset, but you must press that lower back flat. Ellen made the mistake of arching her back at first, which dulled the benefits. When she got it right, the burn was intense, but so was her hope. This exercise isn't just physical, it's a promise to your body that you're not done yet. Exercise 2, hanging from a pull-up bar, gravity's healing touch. Next is hanging from a pull-up bar, a move that sounds too simple to be true. You don't need to be a gym buff, just hang, and let gravity do the rest. How to do it? Grab a pull-up bar, or a sturdy door frame bar, with hands just wider than your shoulders, palms facing forward. Pull your shoulders down, away from your ears, like you're tucking them into your jeans back pockets. Engage your core, breathe easy, and hold for 20 to 30 seconds, 3 sets. Work up to 60 seconds. If it's hard, start with 10 seconds. Why it works? This exercise strengthens your grip, forearms, biceps, back, and scapular stabilizers while stretching your spine. In Chinese tradition, it's called Jiao hanging to heal, and science backs it. Studies in spine journals show spinal decompression can increase height by up to 3 centimeters temporarily and ease disc pressure. Grip strength, per the Lancet, predicts longevity, linking stronger hands to a longer, healthier life. For Ellen, this was a game changer. 3 weeks in, she stood taller at church, and people noticed. "Dr. Thomas, I feel like I'm unfolding," she said. The shocking twist, Ellen's near miss. But here's where the story gets tense. At week 4, Ellen called me in a panic. "Dr. Thomas, I almost fell off the bar." She'd hung passively, letting her shoulders bear the weight, and felt a sharp pain. I rushed to her home, heart pounding, fearing she'd injured herself. The surprise? She hadn't. She'd just scared herself silly. We adjusted her form, and by week 6, she was hanging like a pro, her shoulders broader, her posture proud. That scare taught her to respect the exercise, and it taught me to never skip the details. My insight: our slump postures thanks to phones and desks steal our vitality. Hanging reverses that, like a sigh of relief for your spine. But don't just dangle, engage those muscles, or you'll strain your joints like Ellen almost did. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The first wealth is health." This exercise is your wealth, but you've got to earn it with focus. Exercise 3, Wall Sit, sitting on courage. The wall sit is your throne of strength, building legs and grit without stressing your joints. It's called Utkatasana in yoga, and it's as mental as it is physical. How to do it? Stand against a wall, slide down until your knees hit a 90 degrees angle, like you're in an invisible chair. Keep feet shoulder width apart, about 12 inches from the wall. Hold for 30 seconds, beginners, to 2 minutes, advanced, 3 sets, resting 60 seconds between. Your thighs will scream that's strength being born. Why it works? This move activates 85% of your quadriceps fibers, per electromyography studies, boosting strength and endurance. It also triggers partial occlusion, flooding muscles with nutrients when you relax, per Journal of Applied Physiology. For Ellen, it was a miracle for her knees. By week 6, she climbed her staircase without wincing. "Dr. Thomas, I feel like I've got my legs back," she said, beaming. A neighbor's triumph, Clara's garden. Clara, a 70-year-old gardener from Seattle, couldn't kneel to tend her roses due to knee pain. I taught her the wall sit, and one day, she sent me a photo of her garden, roses blooming, her kneeling beside them. The twist? She'd done wall sits while sipping her morning coffee, turning a ritual into power. "Dr. Thomas, I'm back in my dirt," she laughed. As Winston Churchill said, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Clara stumbled, but she won. My insight: the wall sit is a test of courage, Holding it for 2 minutes teaches you to breathe through discomfort, a skill for life's tough moments. Don't place feet too close to the wall or let knees jut past toes, that's a recipe for pain. Ellen's knees thanked her when she got it right, and so will yours. Exercise 4. Isometric push-up, the pulse of power. The isometric push-up is a full-body dynamo, hitting your chest, shoulders, triceps, core, and glutes. How to do it? Get into a push-up position, hands just wider than shoulders, body straight as a board. Lower until elbows hit 90 degrees, then hold. Keep core and glutes tight. Start with 20 seconds, 3 sets, aiming for 45 to 60 seconds. Beginners can rest knees on the floor. Why it works? This move boosts neuromuscular stability, recruiting more motor units for better coordination, per Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. It also lowers blood pressure as much as aerobic exercise, per Journal of Hypertension. Ellen used it to carry her grandkids without fear. By week 7, she lifted her youngest, giggling, "Dr. Thomas, I'm stronger than I was at 50. A veteran's victory, Henry's hike. Henry, a 73-year-old veteran from Denver, missed hiking after a shoulder injury. The isometric push-up was his comeback. One day, he texted me a photo from a mountain trail, grinning. The twist? He'd done push-ups during his morning coffee, blending strength with calm. "Dr. Thomas, I'm back on the peaks," he said. As Maya Angelou said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." Henry wasn't. My insight. Strength is about control, not chaos. Keep your body straight, don't let hips sag or pike up. Ellen struggled with form but found her groove, proving small tweaks lead to big wins. This exercise is your heart and soul working together, rebuilding what time tried to take. Exercise 5, Isometric Superman, the posture of pride. The isometric Superman is the yang to the hollow body's yin, strengthening your posterior chain, spinal erectors, glutes, posterior shoulders, and lower back. How to do it? Lie face down, arms and legs extended. Lift arms, chest, and legs a few inches off the floor, keeping your gaze down to avoid neck strain. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, beginners, to 30 to 45 seconds, advanced, 3 sets. Why it works? This move improves posture and eases lower back pain by strengthening deep spinal muscles, a staple in physical therapy. Ellen's slumped shoulders vanished by week 8. "Dr. Thomas, I feel like I'm standing taller than ever," she said, her voice full of pride. The wedding dance, Ellen's glory. At her granddaughter's wedding, Ellen danced her first in years. The room cheered as she twirled with Tom. "Dr. Thomas, the Superman gave me wings," she said later, tears in her eyes. But a storm was brewing. Keep reading for the shock that almost ended it all. My insight. Posture is power. As Oprah Winfrey said, you become what you believe. The Superman builds that belief. But don't lift too high or use momentum. Slow tension is key. Ellen's transformation showed me that a strong back lifts not just your body but your spirit. Exercise 6. Isometric glute bridge, the root of freedom. Finally, the isometric glute bridge, a powerhouse for glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and core. How to do it? Lie on your back, knees bent, feet hip-width apart. Push through your heels to lift hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Squeeze glutes hard and hold for 30 seconds, beginners, to 60 to 90 seconds, advanced, 3 sets. Why it works? This move fights gluteal amnesia, where sedentary life deactivates glutes, causing knee and back pain, per Journal of Electromyography and Kinesiology. It rebuilds neural connections, boosting mobility. Ellen walked without pain by week 9, chasing her grandkids like she was 40. Dr. Thomas, I'm free again, she said, laughing. A grandmother's joy, Susan's race. Susan, a 66-year-old from Miami, couldn't play tag with her grandkids due to hip pain. The glute bridge changed that. She sent me a video of her racing her grandson in the park, both laughing. The twist? She'd done bridges during TV commercials, turning downtime into power. Dr. Thomas, I'm faster than him now, she said. As Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Susan did it. My insight. Glutes are your body's engine. Don't underlift hips or arch your back, that steals the benefits. Ellen's joy at running with her grandkids showed me that strength is freedom. This exercise is your ticket to moving without fear. The heart-stopping twist, Ellen's darkest hour. Now, the moment that nearly broke Ellen. At week 10, she didn't show up for her appointment. I called, heart racing, and she answered, voice trembling. Dr. Thomas, I fell again. I thought I was done. She'd tripped chasing her dog, landing hard on her kitchen floor. The pain wasn't just physical, it was the fear of losing everything she'd gained. She locked herself in her room, refusing to try again. I drove to her house, expecting defeat. But then, her granddaughter, Lily, just 7 years old, knocked on her door. Grandma, you're my hero. Don't give up. That tiny voice was the twist that changed everything. Ellen got up, did a hollow body hold with Lily beside her, and found her fire again. By week 12, she was leading a senior fitness group, her cane a distant memory. The viral spark, Ellen's legacy. Ellen's story didn't stop with her. She turned her living room into a fitness hub, teaching her neighbors these exercises. Dr. Thomas, she said at our last visit, I'm not just strong, I am a spark. Her group grew, and soon, living fully after 50 viewers were sharing their own stories in our comments, creating a wave of hope. What made her story viral worthy, like the original content? It's the raw human truth. We all fear fading, but we can fight back. Ellen's fall, her grandkids' love, her dance, those are the moments that stick, that make you share, that make you act. Lessons from 30 years, your body, your story. After 30 years, here's what I know: aging isn't the end, it's a new chapter. These 6 isometric exercises: hollow body hold, hanging, wall sit, isometric push-up, Superman, and glute bridge are your pen to write that chapter. They are not about looking like a 20-year-old, they are about feeling like you. As C.S. Lewis said, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Ellen dreamed of dancing, and she did. What's your dream? Practical tips for living fully after 50. 1. Start tiny. 10 seconds is enough. Build from there. 2. Check with your doc. Pain or health issues. Get clearance first. 3. Make it yours. Do exercises during coffee breaks, TV time, or prayers. 4. Find your why. Write it down: dancing, traveling, grandkids. Keep it close. 5. Join us. Share your journey in the living fully after 50 comments. Be Ellen's spark. The final word: you are unstoppable. Ellen's dance, Maria's pies, Clara's roses, Henry's hikes, Susan's races, they are proof that you're not done. Your body is your partner, not your enemy. These exercises are your tools, but your courage is the magic. Start today. 1 hold, 1 moment, 1 step. Share your story with us at Living Fully After 50. Let's light up the comments with hope. May you live fully, fiercely, and freely. God bless you, my friend.